show you how to customize your Switch controller. Stay tuned and keep watching.
Black leather glove, no see-through. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody, got a piece in. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up.
Okay, so first things first, I kind of wiped down my Switch. I'm showing you guys really quickly the before we get into it. I'm showing you guys all the angles. I'm using this red jelly from Bass Tops. You can get this from Amazon. I'm going to provide the information down below so you can get the color in the watermelon red, and this is what I'm going to be using so you guys can customize your Switch, and it comes with all the little buttons. However, I'm only going to be doing the joysticks today. I'm not going to actually be doing the entire Switch, so just stay tuned if you guys want to. Also, another fun factor is making sure that you kind of get some type of all-inclusive supply kit. So I have a screwdriver set that basically comes with every type of screw. I got that also from Amazon. I'm going to provide that down below for you guys so you can order that with the shell. So you're going to need those two things to get everything going, and a clean surface. I tried my very best, but you're going to need some type of clean surface. I recommend using a white surface. It just makes finding the screws and everything that you're doing a lot easier. So just do that, or get a white piece of paper and get started. Hey guys, I'm just going to show you guys really quickly the toolkit I'm using. I'm using the 117-in-1 toolkit. I got this from Amazon. It came with everything: tweezers, suction cup. It literally came with everything. I recommend getting this if you guys don't have the proper like screwdriver and stuff like that. Definitely get this kit. It has everything, and it's great for people that need it for like glasses, or fix maybe other systems or things of that nature. Also, if you work on computers, things of that, and it's really compact. It comes with everything, and this is also a really good kit for like fixing phones and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna dive in with the 5th screw. I can't remember exactly the name, but it was the 5th screw. I switched to the 2nd one just because I was testing out to see which screw was small enough to actually get in there. This is going to be a trial and error, you guys, but just know that this set does provide you with all the screw heads that you would need in order to do this project. So don't freak out. Like, definitely I was just like trial and error. So I started off picking out the 5th one, then I went to the 2nd, and then I figured out that the 1st one was gonna be the one that I would use. So you're just going to use that to start loosening up the screws at the back. So even though I'm working, I ended up deciding to work on the controller. So I'm gonna skip to that part because the back, I didn't end up replacing it. I kind of just left it alone. But if you do want to work on the back, you just have to make sure you take out all the screws in the back, and make sure you take out the screws also underneath. There's little screws under that need to get removed before you can even lift the back. So just be very, very careful when doing this process, because you will mess up your Switch. I'm just letting you guys know, if you do not take time to do this very easy and gentle, you will mess up your Switch. You can cut or pull cords. So I'm showing you guys how to take it off, but ideally I did not replace, like I said, the back. And I only did that. I'll explain to you guys why I didn't replace the back. I ended up slightly messing up the screw. So if you push too hard on the screw, you can actually damage the screw itself, and then obviously removing the screw will be way more difficult than it needs to be. So learn from me, guys. Definitely try to be gentle during this whole process. So I'm just gonna jump straight to the actual controller. is why I ended up not replacing the back. So this is just me fast forwarding to taking apart the physical controller. It's the same process as you saw me do in the beginning with the back. So just be gentle when taking off the ribbon. So I'm holding the ribbon in my right hand, just making sure that you're not pulling anything and you're reassembling the whole entire controller inside the case. So you're actually just going to kind of play like it's a puzzle. That's the whole concept of reassembling. So you're going to just put everything that you guys saw originally on the original controller. You're just going to place it back into the case. So I'm just going to take the screws that I have. As you can see, I placed it on the paper and just screwing down the sensor. That's like the sensor right there, and I'm going to do that little by little. Now I recommend, you see how I have the board placed in the case. I recommend just making sure you take your time when doing this, because as you can see, there's a lot of ribbons, and you can really, once you rip it, it's over. Like your controller is done. So definitely you have to be very gentle with this process, making sure that you put together everything neatly and gently. I cannot stress that enough. I'm gonna use this like pick to lift the back buttons, because for some reason I couldn't get it with my nails. It was pretty hard. So I'm gonna use, I started off with my nails, but as you can see, I'm struggling. So I'm gonna use the pick to do that. Once you pop that bad boy off, which definitely is kind of hard, and like I said, being gentle is key. So that's the reason why I didn't just like yank it off. So I'm trying my best to hold the back of it so it doesn't flick off, because it's so easy to lose some of these pieces, you guys. Like, I cannot stress it enough. So I flicked that off, and basically there's two, so I ended up losing one. So there's two silver slinkies you guys see there. That's what allows the buttons to actually press back. So you have to actually place those bad boys back inside the case. But before I go to that, I'm just screwing back down the board to the case, and I'm just making sure that this part is secure. So all the screws you see there, I kind of line them up. I recommend lining them up the way you take them out. So if you take them out, let's say an angle straight down, just line it up the way you visually saw it that you took it out, if that makes any sense. So I recommend doing that. Also, another fun fact I would say to do, I did not do this, but for beginners, I recommend taking a photo. So when you're taking apart the original controller, take a photo of how it looked before you took it apart. Granted, I do stuff like this all the time, so my memory, I remember like how things look. But just as a beginner, I recommend just starting off, take a photo of how it looks. So at least worst case scenario, if something does happen where you can't remember where a screw is supposed to go or where a piece is supposed to go, you can refer back to that photo, because each screw is actually a different size. So even though they look the same, they're actually different size points to drill in for the board. So if you just kind of take them out any kind of way and then don't remember how you found them, you can actually mess up your controller. So I recommend doing that. Also, lastly, another factor is this is the second controller I had. So if either which way, even if you mess up the controller, not saying that you guys will, but even if you do, I recommend not trying this on your only controller. Like, practice this first, maybe on a few different second controllers or devices that you have that you don't mind. Like, if you do the full switch, just keep in mind that you are taking apart the switch, and it can affect your warranty. Anything that you do of that sort, once you take it apart, it can affect your warranty. So just keep all of these factors in mind before you even get into doing this. I should have probably mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but definitely think about this first, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just gonna let you guys watch the rest of the video, and just comment down below any questions you have, and I will answer you. So yeah. Okay, you guys, so I came back. This is the part where I really wanted to explain. I'm using my tweezers to connect the actual ribbon to the board, and then I'm going to connect the battery with, as you can see, there's like a string. You're gonna have to take the wire and connect it to the connectors on the board. So this is the part where you're gonna need tweezers the most for. Once you do that, you're gonna snap the battery in place, close everything out, and then screw the back. And once you do that, you're ready to go. And this is the end result, you guys. I hope you truly enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up, and see you guys in my next tutorials. Later. CC out. Bye bye.